This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Spend less to heat and cool your home now through March 31st with the area's top full-service window service by saving $300 on every window and $800 on every door. You can even get a free upgrade to Smart Sun Glass without having to pay anything for 2 years. Take advantage of this deal and schedule yourself a free inspection by heading over to RBACentralPADeals.com. That's RBACentralPADeals.com or by calling 717-836-1080. Officials want to start testing the tissue of animals that may have been affected by the train derailment in Ohio last month. In Montgomery County, a 10-month investigation into a home explosion has ended. Snuggling a goat was recently criticized as exploitation. Also, these two were pulled over for horsing around. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. Pennsylvania will work with Ohio to start testing the tissue of animals who may have been affected by last month's train derailment in East Palestine, reports the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. During legislative hearings that took place on Tuesday, State Agriculture Secretary Russell Redding confirmed to lawmakers how plans for getting these tissue samples are already being made and that testing will be done at a federally inspected facility. Redding also stated how Norfolk Southern, the train's company, should compensate local farmers for a loss in income as people were nervous to buy meat from animals from the area where the train had derailed. Acting Health Secretary Dr. Deborah Bogan added her agency is looking into how best to monitor the long-term health of residents in the region. An explosion in Pottstown last May destroyed 2 homes and killed 5 people, 4 of whom were children, reports Why. After about 10 months since that explosion occurred, the Pennsylvania Public Utility Commission has recently concluded via investigation that it had nothing to do with the PECO natural gas pipelines that run where the explosion happened. In confirming what PECO's own investigation found, the PUC stated how the houses that were destroyed weren't connected to these pipelines through gas service lines, despite gas leaks being found nearby. They also found in a yard, quote, low-level, non-standard levels of methane, unquote, but explained it's unlikely related. Says the PUC, quote, the focus of any further investigation remains on the interior of the home, but this is outside the scope of the PUC's jurisdiction. The Steinmetz family farm in Fleetwood likes to offer goat-snuggling events, states PennLive. This means that at birthday parties or even retirement homes, the farm will bring some of their goats for people to cuddle with. It's also been a big hit, up until the farm was booked for a couple of upcoming vegan festivals. After claims that the goat snuggling was quote-unquote exploiting the animals for money, the Steinmetzes decided to back out to respect the beliefs of the critics and also avoid, quote, ruining the entire event or create unnecessary drama. I wonder how these people feel about petting dogs. The road is no place for horsing around, chastises 6ABC, which is why 2 cops on duty in Humeville leapt into action when they spotted 2 horses casually walking down a local street. A video of the incident shows the officers engaging in quote-unquote slow pursuit before catching up to the horses, which clopped along quietly. Where they came from is unknown. In other news, a pony went to the doctor complaining about a sore throat. The doctor said, "Don't worry about it. You're just a little horse." And with that, another end to another episode. For more news, visit PennLive.com. Also, please remember to rate this podcast on either Apple or Amazon and to share it around with your family and your friends. Thanks in advance. And as always, thanks for listening. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll see you for Friday's episode of Today in PA. This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Spend less to heat and cool your home now through March 31st with the area's top full-service window service by saving $300 on every window and $800 on every door. You can even get a free upgrade to Smart Sun Glass without having to pay anything for 2 years. Take advantage of this deal and schedule yourself a free inspection by heading over to RBACentralPADeals.com. That's RBACentralPADeals.com or by calling 717-836-1080.